How's it? Today is Saturday, November 11th. This past week was pretty interesting. Lots of up and downs, I guess downs and ups. I made a couple switches up for the Wednesday to kind of lower the overall volume, but still give me room to increase my intensity. And I do think it has helped a tremendous amount. I feel like yesterday was great. Yesterday, I'm still happy about yesterday. But today, I feel pretty good. My back is still a little bit achy, but it's not really inhibiting me from movement today. And today was like the first day in quite a bit of time where I felt like my warm ups and my power snatches specifically were really solid. Like at 60, you'll see it. I was very pleased with how it felt. As far as today goes, Saturdays are my day kind of reserved for powers. And today I did a bunch of powers, but they were heavily not scripted. Kind of just did whatever the hell I wanted to do. So today I did one set of 5 at 65 and then a couple singles going up to like 80 for a snatch specifically. They all felt pretty good except the first set at 80. I think I did 2 sets at 80. And then after that I did one set of 5 plus 1. This is the 60 I was talking about earlier here. That felt really awesome. I feel like I executed well. I felt like positions were good and speed was there. Same thing on this first one here. It is a set of 5, so realistically I'm not going to be able to maintain that type of execution through all 5 reps. If I am, then that means that his weight is exceedingly light. And for what it's worth, it is pretty light, but it's not light to the point where I don't have to try. Going back to what I finished off after the power snatches, I did some power cleans with a power jerk. I did 5 plus 1 at 80 immediately after the power snatches. And I'm cool with doing just the one power jerk. Last week I believe I did 1 plus 1s, like I did like 3 of them or something like that. Or maybe it was 2 plus 1s. I'm not sure, but I did a lot more power jerks last week than I did this week. And I think that's completely fine. I've been kind of dealing with a shoulder issue. My right shoulder was, and it still is, a little bit more tight than I would like it to be. And I think that reducing that overhead for the power jerks is going to help me a little bit. Here's the first 80 right here. This is the one that was a little bit not great. And I think it's due to my right shoulder. After the power clean power jerks, I did 1 set of 5 at 65 for overhead press, which is 5 kilos up from last week. I thought it was going to be easy when I unracked it, but it was pretty challenging, to be honest. The last rep, I almost got stuck. And I think it's just a good opportunity for me to work on like positioning with my shoulders. Like the power jerk itself is one thing, whereas the overhead press, I have to be a little bit more deliberate, and I'm afforded the ability to move my shoulder around a little bit more, so more nuances can be felt on my shoulder. And so I think that that's going to help me with my kind of issue that I've been talking about for the past week. I do also do a dumbbell overhead walk today, 80 pounds, about 100 steps for each set, and I am really happy with the way that felt. These power jerks they look really great. They feel awesome. I'm just not super pleased with the way the right shoulder specifically, was feeling on the warm-ups for everything. So again, I'm just reducing that overall. This is my heaviest power clean and power jerk that I did today. That clean was a little bit behind, and then that jerk was a little bit behind as well. And kind of given everything I was just mentioning, I hold this, I think, for like a 10 count. I'm not sure how much it is in seconds, but I just count to 10. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really care if it's 10 seconds or not. It's just one of those things that I did because, again, my shoulder, not feeling the best. As far as the dumbbell overhead walk goes, I've always said that if there were two like non-barbell accessory moves that I would select, that overhead walk is easily one of the two. The other one is probably going to be a pull-up, because I think that having the overhead stability kind of covering the accessories is going to be the most impactful as far as accessory work goes. And both of those things, the pull-up and the dumbbell overhead walk, do help with your overhead stability. Counterintuitively almost for the pull-up. But the stronger your back is, the stronger your lats are, stronger like your deltoids are and everything, the better suited you are to have a solid, look at this last rep. Ooh. The better suited you are to have a solid overhead position. And for me, my overhead position has been, or I guess my overhead stability has been one of the things that I'm good at. I don't think that I'm necessarily good at a lot of things, but overhead stability is one of those things, and that's why I feel like I could jerk a lot, at least relative to my clean. You know, it's I could jerk more than I could clean, even though I've never had specific practice for the jerk alone. But yeah, finished off with the back extensions and then my dumbbell overhead walks. For the second and third set, I actually started running, jogging a little bit quicker, shuffling, I don't know, so that the dumbbell bounces a lot more on my shoulder. And I do like that a lot because it two things, right? It makes it a little more difficult on the shoulder, but it also means I'm done with the set quicker. But yeah, that's it for today. Today was a good one. Thank you for watching. Shoots.